Greg Mcilwaine. I'm the current captain of Rhodes Fire Brigade. I've been the captain for 30 odd years now. Hi Jenny, it's Greg Mcilwaine from Rhodes Fire Brigade. How you going? Wayne Challoner said that when I was young I was definitely, wanted to be in the fire brigade, and I guess it was in my blood. And the equipment has kept it, and I joined the brigade in 1966. Probably other options. The history in the brigade goes back to the early days when my family were in the brigade.
They're doing good, good job. You're really good.
Rhodes Fire Brigade is actually one of the last remaining New South Wales fire brigades staffed by retained firefighters in Sydney. For the equipment checks today, we just need to do the standard equipment checks that we do. It was actually built on land owned by my family, the Mcilwaines. And there's some hose out there. 3 generations of our family have now been captains of the brigade. So if we can just get started on that, that'd be great.
All right, Greg.
My grandfather's full name was Charles Albert Verdant Mcilwaine. He built a house in Rhodes in around 1912 and moved in around 1915. It was quite different to what it is now. I mean, there was chemical factories and it had a bit of a bad reputation in some ways because of the factories. They had some substantial fires there. Even though it was a small area, it was rated as a very high risk. And my grandfather was instrumental in getting the fire brigade set up and provided initially a shed to house the fire brigade. In 1921, Brigade had 8 volunteers. A lot of people were shift workers at local factories. It started off with what they called a hose reel, which firefighters would grab at the front and the back and push it up the road to wherever they had to go. When my grandfather died in 1946, my father became captain. So he'd probably been in the brigade about 5 or 6 years at that time. He was Charles Victor Mcilwaine. He was always known by Vic. The brigade recognised his service in the late 70s with the Queen's Fire Service Medal.
My name is Nick Thomakos and I work as a retained firefighter for Fire Rescue New South Wales at Rhodes Fire Station. I've been living in Rhodes since I was 5 years old. I was 21 when I first joined. I've always wanted to be a firefighter. It's one of the careers I thought I'd excel at and it'd be exciting and something I want to take part in. You know, you kind of watch Fireman Sam growing up and you see the fire truck fly past like they're going to big jobs, big fires, rescuing, people and this and that. And you get in there and realise you do get those type of incidences, but then it's a bit dirty as well, It's a lot of maintenance and cleaning work. Got to make sure that all the gear is up to standard. So when we go to a job, it'll never fail on us. We know that it's there, ready to work.
I've been at Rhodes Fire Station since 2004. So I was a junior starting and didn't know anything about firefighting right at the beginning. At the time, I worked in a regional office for New South Wales Fire Brigades, and I was actually about to do the recruitment process with the station, and was typing up the advertisement and thought, wow, this is everything I want. It's a challenge. It's something I've never even thought of beforehand. There's a whole another part to the fire brigade than just fighting fires. There's the community safety side, which is my particular passion, and that's about getting the message across to our community and trying to help people to prevent fires.
We have the same as the bushfire one in your house.
Our targeted groups used to be small children. Well, that's changed now to actually be more the cultural background and the language barriers. So there's all different types of communication methods that we need to use to get the message across to try and prevent the fires.
So when you're driving, is Mum taught you how to drive yet? You've got to grab the wheel with both hands.
So it's a boat fire at Mortlake, a boat on the street. So we're going with 16.
So the next left up here.
Yep.
When I was accepted into Rhodes Fire Station, my mum and dad were really excited.
If you go left and then the first right after that.
Yep.
But mum always had the concern of, oh, what does this mean? Are you going to be safe? Everyone else runs out of a fire. Why are you running into a fire? Why would you choose to do something like that? At Rhodes, we're often called upon to staff extra trucks, and in the 2013 bushfires, we were protecting property up there, and the wind changed on us, and it got quite hairy, and Simon just made it back to the truck, and so did some rural fire service firefighters. They had no truck, so they were actually clinging to the side of the truck. The flame actually came over the top of us, the top of the fire truck, and I was the driver that day. Had to drive through what I describe as a firestorm. Couldn't see anything. They were clinging to the truck while I drove through to the end. We're so lucky to have survived when we think back on it.
I've been in Rhodes Fire Brigade for a long time. I'm just coming up to 49 years. When I joined, we probably had about 100 calls, 120 calls a year. These days we're getting around 800 calls a year. I think my family instilled the responsibility to the community and the importance of serving the community. If we're going to provide a service that's reliable and that the community can count on us.
Greg's definitely been a massive influence in my career there. He knows what he's doing, and he knows how to run a fire station. His father did it, grandfather did it. Like, there's a whole history there that it's really good to be a part of,
Come on. Where'd you go?
You get to work with a lot of good people because they come in for the right reasons, basically.
I'm just so proud to serve the community of Rhodes and wanted to do something for my community, because being a retained firefighter is you're living in your hometown. I'd like to see our crew probably expand a little bit more multiculturally and get a few more members on that reflect our community that we're serving.
Over the years where we've been under threat of being closed, But I always got up in the morning and said, no, we're going to fight this, and always had people around me saying, well, no, we need a brigade here, we've got to fight it.